Hey Yankees fans, today we're diving into some news that hits hard, news that shakes the very core of anyone who's followed this team over the past decade. We have to start on a somber note, because what I'm about to share is truly heartbreaking. Jesus Montero, a name that resonates with anyone who's tracked the Yankees farm system, has passed away at just 35 years old. The Venezuelan-born catcher, once a starry-eyed top prospect in New York, was involved in a serious motorcycle accident in Valencia, and despite days of fighting in the hospital, he didn't survive. The reports that have come out are devastating. Montero suffered multiple severe injuries, including a punctured lung, 6 broken ribs, multiple fractures in his legs, and serious hip and knee trauma. He was in a coma for several days before passing, leaving behind a void for fans who remember the promise he once held. To understand why this is such a heavy blow, you have to go back to the early days of Montero's career. Signed out of Venezuela as an amateur, he was just 17 when he made his professional debut in 2007. Even at that age, there was a buzz around him, but it was his second professional season that really made people take notice. Playing at the single-A level, he absolutely dominated. Over 132 games, he batted .326, had an on-base percentage of .376, and a slugging percentage of .491. He crushed 17 home runs and 34 doubles, a performance that made scouts and analysts everywhere sit up and take notice. By the 2010 season, he was considered a consensus top 5 prospect in all of baseball. Baseball America even ranked him as the sport's number 3 prospect, behind only Bryce Harper and Mike Trout, 2 names destined for the Hall of Fame. That's the kind of hype Montero carried, the kind of expectation that makes fans dream about the next superstar walking onto the field. In 2010, his talent was undeniable even at the AAA level. He played 123 games and maintained a slash line of .289, .353, .517 with 21 home runs. His performance there paved the way for the majors, and by September of 2011, Montero finally made his big league debut at Fenway Park against the Red Sox. And he didn't just appear, he made a statement. Over 69 games that season, he posted a batting average of .328, an on-base percentage of .406, and a slugging percentage of .590. He even made the Yankees' postseason roster and contributed in the American League Division Series against the Tigers, going 2 for 2 with a run scored and an RBI in Game 4. That, as many remember, would mark his last appearance in a Yankees uniform, a bittersweet chapter in a career that had started with such immense promise. In January 2012, Montero was traded to the Mariners along with teammate Hector Noasi in exchange for all-star right-hander Michael Pineda and pitching prospect Jose Campos. At that point, everyone hoped he would continue his rise, but injuries began to take their toll. A torn meniscus, multiple setbacks, and even a suspension during the biogenesis scandal interrupted the momentum that had once seemed unstoppable. Despite those challenges, Montero continued to chase his dream, playing professional baseball as recently as the 2020-21 Winter League season. Across parts of 5 seasons, he appeared in 226 major league games. The trajectory of his life and career is a reminder of how fleeting potential can be, how even the brightest stars can face circumstances beyond their control, and how quickly fans can lose someone they had come to root for and admire. Montero's story is also a reflection of the high-stakes world of baseball prospects. In the Yankees farm system, every top prospect carries enormous expectations, and Montero's path was emblematic of that pressure and promise. From a moment he stepped onto a professional field as a teenager, people saw his talent, his power, and the potential for greatness. He was that rare combination of skill and hype, the kind of player who could make a fan stop mid-conversation just to watch his next at-bat. And while his time in the majors may not have fully matched the lofty expectations, every appearance, every hit, every defensive play reminded fans of the raw potential that once seemed limitless. His passing at such a young age is not just a loss for those who knew him personally or professionally. It's a reminder to the entire Yankees community of how fragile life can be, even for those who live their dreams on the biggest stages of baseball. Thinking back to Montero's early years also makes you reflect on the way young talent is nurtured and the incredible dedication it takes to rise through the ranks. Montero didn't just arrive in the United States and magically become a star. He worked through the minor leagues, faced the physical and mental challenges of developing as a player far from home, and had to prove himself game after game. The intensity of the single-A, double-A, and triple-A levels is something only true baseball insiders fully appreciate, and Montero thrived there. He had that rare combination of athleticism and baseball IQ that made him a legitimate contender to become a franchise cornerstone. His performances in those formative years are still studied by fans and analysts alike, a testament to what he was capable of when everything aligned. And then there's the human side of Montero, the part that statistics and accolades can't capture. By all accounts, he was a dedicated teammate and someone who loved the game deeply. He inspired younger players, contributed to team chemistry, and gave fans moments to cheer for that felt genuinely electric. There's something about seeing a top prospect step onto the field that makes every at-bat feel like an event, and Montero had that aura. It's why his passing is felt so deeply. He wasn't just a set of numbers or a highlight reel. He was a symbol of hope, a representation of dreams that fans hold onto every season when they follow the Yankees' young stars. Even as his career faced setbacks, Montero's journey offers lessons about resilience, passion, and the realities of professional sports. For every game played at Fenway or Yankee Stadium, he carried the weight of expectations and the pride of his home country. For fans who watch him grow from a teenager in Venezuela to a major league player, his story is part of the fabric of the Yankees' narrative over the past decade. Remembering him is about celebrating that journey, honoring the talent and determination he brought to the field, and acknowledging the heartbreak of a life and career that ended far too soon. Now shifting gears from a heartbreaking farewell to the ever-turning wheels of Yankees baseball, let's talk about the team's next big moves and what fans should expect as the organization prepares for the 2025 to 2026 offseason. One of the most pressing questions for the front office is the state of third base. After a season that left more questions than answers, it is clear that the hot corner has been a position of struggle. The team began the year with high hopes, but injuries and inconsistent performances exposed a critical gap in the lineup. After releasing two-time batting champion DJ LeMahieu mid-season, the Yankees have been piecing together a temporary solution with utility infielders. But as anyone following the team knows, patchwork just doesn't cut it when your goal is a World Series title. The focus now is on finding a player who can provide both defensive stability and veteran leadership, someone who can anchor the infield and bring a winning mentality to the clubhouse. Enter Nolan Arenado, one of the premier third basemen in the game. A 10-time Gold Glove winner, Arenado has spent his career with the St. Louis Cardinals and is now entering a phase where both teams might benefit from a change of scenery. With the Cardinals in the midst of a multi-year rebuild, there's an opening for the Yankees to swoop in and add a player who combines elite defensive skills with a wealth of postseason experience. Arenado has reportedly listed New York among the teams he would consider if a trade were on the table, which means the foundation for a potential deal is already in place. For the Yankees, this isn't just about filling a position. It's about acquiring a player whose presence alone can elevate the entire infield. His ability to make highlight reel plays routinely, to command the hot corner with confidence, and to mentor younger players like Anthony Volpe or Jas Dominguez could be exactly what the team needs to return to contention. Offensively, Arenado may not be in his absolute prime anymore, posting a .237 batting average with 12 home runs and a .666 OPS in 2025, but his production still outpaces what the Yankees have had at third base down the stretch. More importantly, his defensive excellence has not diminished. That reliability in the field is priceless, especially for a team that has struggled with defensive consistency in recent seasons. When you pair his veteran presence with a clubhouse that includes Aaron Judge, Giancarlo Stanton, and other leaders, the impact goes beyond statistics. It's about culture, about creating an environment where expectations are high and accountability is real. A player like Arenado brings that, And for a Yankees team chasing another World Series run, that intangible can be just as crucial as any home run. The potential trade package being floated is ambitious, but structured in a way that could work for both franchises. The Yankees would acquire Arenado, while the Cardinals would receive a mix of young pitchers and a versatile hitter, plus some cash to balance contracts. The centerpiece of the pitching return is Carlos Larrange, a towering 21-year-old right-hander with a mid-90s fastball and breakout potential, projecting as a mid-rotation starter. Alongside him, Brendan Beck, a polished three-pitch righty and second-round pick from 2021, adds depth and versatility. Completing the package is Ben Rice, a 26-year-old slugger who, despite limited major league experience, provides cost-control power that could immediately contribute to the Cardinals' lineup. For St. Louis, this package aligns with the goal of rebuilding while acquiring young talent. And for New York, it's a relatively low-risk way to add a proven elite defender and veteran leader. Trades like this don't happen every day, and if the pieces fit, it could be transformative for the Yankees roster. While the potential Arenado move dominates the offseason chatter, there's also a significant internal question looming in the outfield. Jas Dominguez, affectionately known by fans as the Martian, faces a pivotal season in 2026. At just 22, he is the youngest player on the roster, and the team's patience with his development reflects both his potential and the delicate balancing act of nurturing young talent in a high-pressure environment. Dominguez's 2025 campaign was a mixed bag. He batted .257 with 10 home runs and 47 RBIs over 123 games, numbers that underwhelm given the lofty expectations for such a dynamic prospect. However, manager Aaron Boone has consistently emphasized Dominguez's upside, noting his ability to hit to all fields, his defensive range, and his potential impact on the base paths. Boone's remarks underscore that while Dominguez is not yet a full-time starter, he remains a player in whom the Yankees have invested heavily, both in development resources and in patience. The team is eager to see him refine his game, and the Winter League experience is expected to be a crucial step in that growth. Dominguez's situation is emblematic of the broader challenge facing the Yankees as they prepare their outfield for the coming season. Cody Bellinger and Trent Grisham are free agents, and the team must weigh whether to bring in external talent or give younger players the opportunity to step up. Spencer Jones, a top outfield prospect currently in AAA, adds another layer of complexity. Known for his plate discipline and power potential, he also struggles with strikeouts, making his promotion a high-risk, high-reward scenario. The front office will need to decide whether it is comfortable heading into the season with a core of youthful talent that has tremendous upside but limited major league experience, or whether they pursue a more traditional approach with established veterans. These decisions will shape not only the 2026 season, but potentially the trajectory of the franchise for years to come. But before we continue, please remember to join our channel and give this video a like. Your support allows us to keep bringing you the latest news about the New York Yankees. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments. The Bronx is buzzing with whispers and wide-eyed speculation after the New York Yankees reportedly announced the signing of Shane Bieber, the 27-year-old ace whose name has been echoing in trade talks all season. While the team has yet to release extensive details, insiders hint that the move could be a game-changer for a pitching rotation that has been searching for a definitive leader. Bieber, known for his sharp curveball and precise control, would instantly slot into a starting role, giving the Yankees a high-profile arm to anchor the staff, and perhaps giving Aaron Judge and the lineup more confidence heading into tight playoff battles. Rumors began circulating late last night, with anonymous sources describing tense negotiations that allegedly stretched over several weeks. While the exact terms of the deal remain unclear, industry chatter suggests it could involve a mix of prospects and cash considerations, a package worthy of a pitcher who has consistently been among the league leaders in ERA and strikeouts. Yankees fans, meanwhile, have taken to social media in droves, sharing excitement, speculation, and, of course, the inevitable what-if scenarios for the 2025 campaign. Analysts are already debating how Bieber's arrival might shift the balance in the American League East. Could this be the missing piece in a Yankees rotation that has flirted with greatness but struggled with consistency? Some whispers even suggest that manager Aaron Boone is quietly thrilled, envisioning a rotation where Bieber, backed by seasoned veterans, could carry the team deep into October. The timing of the announcement, midweek, just as fans were settling into routine discussions about injuries and trades, has fueled additional chatter, with the rumor mill speculating about whether more moves are imminent. Of course, in New York, nothing is ever confirmed until the ink dries and the media frenzy subsides. But for now, the Bronx is alive with anticipation. Shane Bieber in pinstripes is a thought that makes fans and pundits alike lean in closer, waiting for the first start, the first strikeout, the first hint of what might be a seismic shift in Yankees baseball. The buzz is real, the speculation relentless, and the possibilities for victory, for headlines, for late-night barroom debates seem endless. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the New York Yankees, please subscribe to our channel and give us a like. We always appreciate your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.